Hello there and welcome to Beijing, the capital of the People's Republic of China. We're in Asia for the World Women's Curling Championship 2017. So much to see and do in this very busy city. Known for its opulent palaces and temples, the world famous Temple of Heaven, but the city is scattered with hundreds of stunning lesser known temples too. No sightseeing though for us today, because everyone is heading to the Beijing Capital Gymnasium. And what a game we have in prospect for you here. Get ready, Sweden and Scotland fans, because that is the game we are featuring inside the arena. And the crowd packed in, ready to enjoy the action. Fans from all over the world here to watch this third versus fourth playoff game between Sweden and Scotland. The winner progressing to the semi-finals later today, where they'll play Russia. The loser going on to the bronze medal game. I'm Alison Walker, and with me for live commentary on this one, former British team member Logan Gray. We'll get his thoughts ahead of the game in just a moment, but very shortly the players are all going to be introduced to the assembled crowd.
比赛将在 C 冰道进行，首先是参赛阵容介绍。
On sheet C, Scotland against Sweden.
苏格兰队对阵瑞典队，首先介绍苏格兰队。苏格兰队一垒，劳伦·格林。
Welcome the members of Team Scotland. The lead, Lauren Ray.
二垒，维基亚当斯。
The second, Vicky Adams.
三垒，安娜·斯隆。
The third, Anna Sloan.
四垒，率领队伍蝉联4届世青赛冠军的队长伊夫·穆尔海德。
The ski, Eve Moorhead.
瑞典队介绍，一垒，索菲亚·马伯格斯。
Welcome the members of Team Sweden. The lead, Sofia Mabergs.
二垒，艾格尼斯·科诺奇豪尔。
The second, Agnes Knopf-Hauer.
三垒，副队长萨拉·麦克曼努斯。
The third, Sarah McManus.
四垒，率领队伍夺得16年欧锦赛亚军的队长安娜·海瑟伯格。
The ski, Anna Heiselberg.
祝大家好运，比赛顺利。
Good luck and good curling.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good game. Good luck. Good game.
So the players looking actually very relaxed indeed ahead of this third versus fourth game. There's the standings, a reminder, the 4 teams that qualified. Canada going all the way. An impressive week they've had. They await an opponent in the final, and vital Olympic points have been the mainstay of this competition. And I think that's one of the reasons that the 2 sets of players, Logan, are possibly looking quite relaxed. Take us through the playoff format. That's how they got there.
Yeah, we saw last night Canada moving into the gold medal game and Russia moving into the semi by virtue of losing that page 1-2 game. And of course, the winner of today's match will go into the semi-final against Russia tonight, and the loser will go into the bronze medal game. I think you're absolutely right. I think for both of these teams, they had a huge task of ensuring their country's qualification for the Olympics next year, and that job's done for Scotland and Sweden, 2 of the 8 teams that have been confirmed. Still 2 spots to get, of course, from the Olympic qualifier in Czech Republic in December. But now we can just get back to sort of a normal World Championship setting, and that we're in the playoffs and they're chasing down the medals, and that's the focus now.
Okay, weight's all there. Weight's good. Weight's good. Weight's good. Full 4. Weight's good. Full 4.
Going great. Gets us underway.
We're 7-8. It looks a wee bit heavy.
I'm wearing a blue plaster on her right arm there, Logan.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a physio tape. She must have a bit of a kind of issue with her right shoulder there. It's a good look at that piece of tape there. It looks like we're going to have a defensive first end. I think this could really be expected. I think neither of these teams will be that keen to kind of rush in and play some aggressive stuff. Of course, Anna Hasselborg, the Swedish skip, she's playing in her first Worlds, so this is an uncharted territory for her, as it is for Lauren Gray as well.
Let's tell you a little bit about Lauren. Started curling in 1999. First year as an actual player on the team. Alternate in Sochi. From Glasgow originally. Swedish lead, Sofia Mabergs. Product of the Swedish Curling Academy. He's now a trainer there. From Malung in Sweden originally. Lives in Härnösand in Sweden. From a very curling dominant family. Everyone seems to play, but they do that in Sweden, don't they? The families just get involved in the sport. Vicky Adams, 27, from Edinburgh, and lives in Stirling in Scotland.
Well, not too much thinking time getting used at all here in the first end. Just basically running the stones up and down.
Magnus Knockenhauer, second player for Sweden. Born and lives in Stockholm. She's a project manager and she has a daughter. A couple of years on this team. Also a graduate of the Swedish Curling Academy. Here's the rules of play now in this third versus fourth. It's 8 ends minimum. We would expect this to go all the way.
Well, that one only just grabbed a piece. Chips it out. Maybe the first sign of nerves there from any of the players. There's quite a big difference in the experience levels of these two teams. Definitely between the skips. This is Eve Muirhead's 8th World Championship. Well, it's Anna's first. So although you've not really had as much success as you would really think or associate with her, only picking up 2 medals at World Championships in the past. Of course, winning back in 2013 in Riga, getting the gold medal there.
And Anna Sloan was part of that winning team. 26 years old, third player by skip.
We're good. Nice, Anna.
Born in Dumfries, that lives in Stirling now in Scotland. Also part of that Olympic bronze medal winning team in Sochi.
Yeah, actually 3 out of the 4 Scottish players live in Stirling. That's where British curling is based.
Zara McManus. Sounds Scottish, but she's definitely Swedish. Born in Gothenburg.
Bra satt, Sara. Bra, Sara.
9-0.
Works in recruitment.
Jättebra satt, Sara. Mycket. Det är bra.
Yeah, Sarah's dad's actually Scottish. That's where the Scottish surname comes from.
She's a big fan of Swedish cross-country skiing.
Line's good.
Line's good.
All these players are really good athletes now.
Top 4.
Line's really good. Or 4-5.
You gotta go. You gotta
Line's
go,
good,
one.
guys. Go,
Okay,
go,
well
go,
sweat.
go, 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 go.
Nice shot.
Good.
Bra sweat.
Good, Anna. Well sweat. Yeah, it feels like a nice weight. Yeah.
You can see the slight cracks on the ice there. I can assure you they are not on the ice, they're well underneath. And they don't have any impact on the playing surface.
Bara ren. Försiktigt.
Players seem to have enjoyed playing on it this week, Logan. They've seen a lot of good shots.
Yeah, the ice conditions have been good overall. I remember back to the World Men's Championship that took place here 3 years ago, and the playing conditions weren't great for the players, but it certainly seems to have been pretty good this week.
2 jättefina sättningar.
Very quick and a lot of curl. See Anna Sloan's holding the brush out near the edge of the 12-foot circle here, and the players will expect the stone to curl all the way onto the button.
So first look at the Scottish skip, Eve Muirhead. Just 26, but seems to have been around
Line's perfect, guys.
absolutely
Line's really
forever.
Good. 7.
Achieved an awful lot in her
Line's really
career
good.
so
7.
far. From a curling
Just
family in
keep cleaning.
Scotland.
Keep
Dad
cleaning.
and brothers all play
Good.
and
Good, Eve.
represented
Nice
Scotland
weight.
all over the world.
Nice weight.
Well looked after, guys. Good, Eve. Nice weight.
Ta lite mindre.
Samma som min.
Jag tror
9-7.
inte jag har klockan någon lösare än 10 faktiskt. Saras var 9-7. Ja, 9 mot 9,5. Ja. Är ribbstrappen lite viktigare?
It's been quite a couple of years for this young Swedish team. They won the European Championship silver, their first final in 2016, just last year. She was World Junior Champion, Anna Hasselborg in 2010.
Bra fart. Bara ren.
27 now, years old,
Ren. Ren.
playing in her
Väldigt
first
mycket fart. Yes.
World Championship. How far can they go?
Yes. Pia, gå Viken. Gå.
Bra. 8-9. Bra. Bra. 9. Vad sa du?
Yeah, it's probably just been the last couple of years
Bra
that
snack tjejer.
the Swedish team
Bra.
have kind of really
8-6 eller?
risen to be a driving force in the world of curling. Definitely not to be reckoned with too much, and I would just put that down to, I think, just the quality of the competition in Sweden and the amount of good teams who are kind of coming through. Of course, it's been Margareta Sigfridsson that's been representing Sweden a lot over the last 5 or 6 years or even more. So Anna Hasselborg and her team have had to work hard to get here. They've changed a couple of players around, and they've also brought in Maria Pritz, of course, as
Det är mycket
the
rakt där
coach.
ute.
So
Ta lite upp på sten.
Yeah, Maria part of Sigurdsson's team.
yeah, it's all added up to a really successful couple of seasons for Anna Hasselborg and her team.
And I'm sure there are 2 or 3 other teams just lurking, waiting. As products of the Swedish Curling Academy, there's a couple of academies now. You can go to school and curl.
Yeah, it's an excellent setup and one that's envied across the world.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Glasnow this first. Hits and sticks.
Har han bröt?
Yeah, a bit of a mistake here. They wanted to roll out of the rings to blank, but
Their stone was going nowhere.
Sorry.
Absolutely stopped dead.
Ja, Alltså så är det antagligen. Bara
First
där
end
ser man ju
completed
väl.
of this third versus fourth playoff. Just hit it absolutely square on, didn't she?
Men isen känns ju helt klart
Ja.
slirigare liksom när det får gå stenar i samma spel.
På träningen, ja.
Jag har också dragit
de
här.
hade 14-4.
Det gick jättefint.
Ja.
Nära då?
Ja.
Hake.
Ja, okej. Det känns som att det går att sopa dem långt. Liksom.
Ja,
Jag spelar 15. Typ.
gör det. Pulsen tight! Känns nära. Okej, försiktigt då.
Second end of this third versus fourth playoff game.
Kan inte gå. Okej, kommer kalla över lite. Nej. Helt okej, Sara.
Bra fart nu.
Lägg den tight lite bortom.
Lite kortare.
Hårt. Linjen är lugn, det är bara att gå.
Räcker där.
Bra.
Så det är bra, Fia.
Bra, Fia.
And already we know that this end is going to be different.
Yeah. Curl's nice.
Toppy.
Yeah, absolutely. The guard goes up. Sweden choosing to use the free guard zone. A slight mistake there at the end of the first end from Anna Hasselborg with her
Felt light.
final stone.
Line's good.
Wanted to keep the last stone, but
Anna, make sure.
I guess kind of erring on the pro side and at least not giving up a steal.
Line's real good. Becky, if you can. Becky, let's go. Well then.
It is only the first end, long way to go.
Line's perfect.
Expect quite a tussle between these two teams who know each other very well.
Keep going.
Well swept.
Good.
Nice shot. Well swept, guys.
Well, a couple of good draws to start the game for Lauren Gray, and I think that's,
Yep.
as a lead, that's really quite reassuring to know that you've got your weight and then you can just stick on the top of the forefoot every time that's asked.
Bra, Agnes närmast.
Bra putt.
Agnes närmast.
Maybe that big blue plaster's done the trick.
Känns 4.
Maybe it has.
Försiktigt då. 4.
Den är lite dött.
Behöver Karla. Det är 4 själv.
Den är 10 själv. Det är snart 4 nu.
Vi har inget... Nej. Nej.
Of course, Sweden were in prime position for making the 1-2 game for much of the week, but then it came down to one of the final sessions and against Russia, and Russia beat them to move alongside. And of course, in head-to-head rankings, they qualified second and get 2 chances at making the final. So it's the smallest of differences, but Sweden having to take the long way to the final if they want to get there.
No.
Just holding off here.
I know, but we need to get to nose.
Okay, nice weight.
No, it doesn't quite curl enough there.
It's the Swedish bench. Pia Lindholm, the national coach, and Maria Pritz, who we were so used to seeing at all the World Championships with Margareta Sigfridsson, now a coach of the team. Olympic silver medalist.
Bak 4.
Aldrig upp. Ganska bra linje.
Kommer bromsa sig.
Bra linje. Fin här. Ja.
So with Scotland not managing to get to the centre line with that last shot, Sweden will try and do that. Maybe even just be able to bump things around and force the Reds out. Pretty good shot there.
There's a man that knows a little bit about curling, Glenn Howard. A few world titles in the bag for Team Canada, now coaching Scotland.
Yeah, one of the few to have won 4 world titles.
Yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. Good.
Good, back. Good, Becky.
Eller ska vi frysa den andra eller ryker våran då?
No, this is an aggressive call
Eller
from
bara
Sweden.
gadda! Eller vi kan inte skicka på någonting där eller? Jag kan gilla gadd!
Nej, då kan vi gå rätt på det.
Gillar ni gadd?
Det är bra.
Ja.
Gillar du det?
So I think they're just putting the guard back on here.
Har vi en massa
At some point, they could make a play in the house to get rid of some of these Reds. Remember that Scotland have the last stone here in the second.
Here's a timer for you from the hog line, that red line. You can see just there to the next red line. Gives you a guide. The timing of the stone. This line, 15.2.
15.2 and it's drifted into the house, so the ice conditions must be pretty slick out there. We've been seeing around 14 seconds go to the tee line generally.
So the stones piling up there.
Should kick this way.
We couldn't hit
It's
the
either
wall,
that
could
or we just throw a kind of heavy bump. Wait, go and have a look at the angles and see, Anna.
Can't really tell because they're all locked up from up here, you know what I mean?
We don't want nose should kind of put pressure on that side, which might kick that. Like peel.
Yeah.
We're going to lose all 3 reds though. Hold their shooter.
What were you thinking, nose?
Nose.
I think that's going straight onto that.
Do you think?
So
I
we
think
need
it's doing
techniques.
that. Because the kind of
Yeah,
force
it
is
could
going
do.
that way.
Don't know if we'll get it. I'm thinking,
I think just off nose.
yeah, okay.
I want to try and hold this. If we don't
Okay.
throw bomb, we're going to... Normal! If we don't throw bomb, we're going to save this. And hopefully our shooter. So even here, nose...
Hair high!
Yeah, hair high. Normal.
Well, I quite like the idea of moving the stones around here, but I think he's absolutely right. If they throw a bomb, as she put it,
And just try and hold your...
then
Technical term.
then they're just going to spin all the Reds out the house, which of course isn't conducive to a multiple score here in the second end. I think they can just move things around a little bit. So they're just throwing a kind of controlled take-out weight here. Of course, the red in the 4-foot circle is going to go flying out the rings. Well, it doesn't even. Actually, there was so much drag there on that yellow stone that it just kind of touched it on the way by. So that was an excellent result for Scotland.
Like that.
Yeah.
So it looked like the red-yellow combination nearest the 4-foot was lined up straight onto that red, but just because of the force in the stones, then it kind of dragged it away from it. So pleasant surprise there for Scotland.
Two Scottish Reds counting.
Rent, ja! Wow! 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 Nära! Nej! Wow! Kolla! Ut! Härligt!
Great shot by Sarah McManus. Makes the double.
Crowd enjoying that one. 1, 2, away they go.
Yeah. Just thinking they're tapping up, are they?
Or...
No, that's hard. I don't think I can get there, Eve.
Do you like going open?
Okay. What do you think here?
Or the hit and check. That's the only
I just think that they're
hit and
using
check.
that.
I quite like the hit.
she's thinking, no, I like this because they'll be level.
Okay, I think the weight's normal.
Yeah.
Back it! Yeah, full 8 foot! Okay.
Well, I think the worry here for Scotland is that there is that kind of wall of yellow stones that are covering the 4-foot circle. So those are stones that Sweden can use to their advantage and to get rid of that red in the 8. So they're going to draw to the other side of the 8-foot circle here to try and create some good separation between the two Scottish counters.
Perfect! Line's perfect! 7-8! Just right with my brushes! Go! Oh, easy!
Good, guys!
Easy, looks here! No! Okay!
Go then!
Hard, Vicky! Good. Good. No slip. Great job.
Well called, Eve.
Good.
Well set.
Nice.
Well, the problem's going to come here if Sweden can make a hit and roll underneath all those stones in the 4-foot. That's what they're going to try and do.
She did pretty well with her first stone.
Whoa! Whoa! Rim! Whoa! Rim! Whoa!
Different type of shot required here.
Go, 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 go!
Rose a fraction, but not very much.
They needed to roll at least another stone there to get in behind the protection.
Just a nice easy normal. Okay. Easy normal. Normal. Clean.
I don't know this normal, guys.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. You gotta go. Hard, Vicky.
Well, needs to get by the top one. It's a disaster.
You could tell it's panic in even your head's voice there. She could see that was going to happen.
Jeez, oh.
Okay, that curls. Så mycket den sitter i där bak.
Så sätter vi den
Inte om du kör back.
Ja, hon spelar det för.
Just feathered the top one.
Gillar du att skjuta den då, eller? Ja.
Jag gillar det
Still
mer
removed
Sara.
the
Till och med
shot
med
stone,
halva
though.
jag tänkte säga det, vi har fan marginal att vara här nere. Så att jag
But
gillar
just
det
touching that top one, they moved that up into shot
De har ju
position.
knappt halva.
So
Jag menar, ligger
Sweden
vi bara
will either
lineade
want to
så...
lie to, or they may choose to just try and blast that red out of there.
Jag tror jag gillar den, ja.
Det var det vi sa faktiskt också. Jag
Ja,
tänkte att det
jag
var
gillar
nice att ta
den.
bort
Till och med om vi är här så är det bara...
Ja. Annars så kommer ju sig de runt om vi sätter den.
Vad sa du?
Sitter ju ner i dem också.
Ja, jag gillar inte det.
Nej,
Tycker att det går lite rakare än träningen, Anna. För på träningen så körde vi här, då kom vi kom dit. Så att, ta mitt då, mitthåll. Jag gillar det. Jag kan ta lite till. Vi behöver inte
There's
sopa
the
på linje.
timers for you.
Helt öppet, hoppla är bra. Absolut.
Time left for each team. And they do have to bear it in mind. They can't spend forever thinking about their shots.
Eller alltså det kommer gå långt.
Keep things moving.
Hennes hade lite bryt i sig.
Ja. Hennes 2 var den. Eller hennes take.
Ja, precis. Så håll ner soporna.
So Scotland red, that solitary red. And look at all those Swedish yellows.
4 tror jag den som de drog så.
Placera över
4.
So in a nice position here, Sweden.
Yeah, and I talked about the decision to be made between a takeout and a draw. They've elected to throw the draw here, so they're going to try and hook one right around everything onto the button.
Perfekt linje! Perfekt linje!
Agnes!
Var med!
Jättefin linje, ja! Dra den, Agnes! Dra den!
And this is looking very tasty indeed.
Yeah, lovely shot.
Härligt, Anna. Bra skippat, Sara.
Maybe just goes a few inches too far, but still pretty good there.
Var med!
Jättefin linje, ja! Dra den, Agnes! Dra den!
Good look at the really late curl on the ice.
Det är bra tjejer. Härligt, grymt.
Like something here or this.
And another yellow joins the party.
We can open it up.
I know.
Like that.
That redstone looking a little bit lonely, Logan.
Yeah, it is, but it's lying in third shot position at the moment, and of course Scotland have the last stone, so they won't be too worried.
Yeah, and even I guess if we nick this, it might spin and just touch that. Right now it's pretty tricky. Yeah, I think that's. I don't mind this on this top one. Hit and check over. Then Anna either has to come in, but at least it's open.
So you may be able to hear from the discussions. They're going to try and play a hit and roll on
I think even if
the yellow stone in the white 8-foot circle.
I think that ice should be pretty good.
The one next to the red.
I think the solid hack or normal.
Try and open up the shot on the button for their last stone.
A good hack. Yeah. Okay.
Is there a danger they could lose their red?
Maybe. I don't think it's too much of a concern because of the weight that your head's throwing here. It's not a big takeout weight, so she shouldn't disturb anything too much. So it's running wide, so change the call here. And they chip the stone off the button.
That's fine. That's fine. That makes space. Didn't curl anyway.
Well, we saw on sheet C last night a game really littered with mistakes between Russia and Canada, especially on this kind of right-hand side of the sheet as we look at it coming back towards the home end. Seem to be some tricky lines, some swingy bits, some straight bits. And it will really be a race in this game between the two teams to get on top of that as soon as possible.
Men jag tänker bara en meter mindre.
Ja, spelaren som du vill så får vi dit.
Ja. Den funkar inte.
Well, technical timeouts called here. Must be a problem with the handles.
Time. No, we after.
The light flashing on and off, I think.
Jag åker ner, annars kommer jag vara tvungen.
Hon kommer vara på hogline.
Jaha, då fattar jag. Då åker jag inte ner.
Så får du köra på en gång. Samma fina rana.
Får se den här tjejen.
Let's see what happens at the hog line here.
Yeah, the official doing it the old school way there and standing and doing it by eye.
Just give it a bit of a show.
I wouldn't like to be the umpire who pulls one of those off though in that scenario. It's looking a bit speedy here. Needs to be in the 8-foot.
There's maybe just that lapse of concentration there. Didn't help her not overdoing that.
Okay, I just threw it, so do I like the same weight?
I got a bit heavy on that.
So she just takes, even if she plays similar weight. Hair less weight, same height.
Oh, they've had a bit of a practice run at this shot.
Just a little, not much.
Keep your heads first, so just need to make a little bit of adjustment, and they should be able to remove it. And to get it really good, then they'll score 2.
Nej, det är bra. Det gick ju betydligt rakare i början. Den hängde kvar mycket längre. Sen fick den ju fin. Men det tog ju längre tid för den att bryta. Så att,
Looks pretty close.
Just the yellow one they're wanting to nudge away and to leave with 2. What is going to be the result? Well, that's definitely not what she wanted.
Yeah, they kind of overswept that a little bit, just a little bit.
3 inches.
A little bit safe.
Frustration.
Overswept.
yeah.
So I see past that top yellow by a good few inches. They need to get really tight to it to make it happen.
Even if we have to flank it and then get to it.
That's a small error, but really a 3-shot swing there.
Men en 10 hade ju legat där med puts. Till och med 20 hade man kunnat få dit. Like this one was like lying, blinking when I took it. So yeah, I did, but it was blinking.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29. Las Vegas rocks!
Eve Muirhead perhaps pondering what might have been in that last end, but it's done now. Learning about the ice as they go along. So this is end number 3 of our live coverage at the World Women's Curling Championship 2017. We're in the Beijing Capital Gymnasium in China. And this is the 3rd versus 4th page playoff game. The winner progressing to the semi-final against Russia, and the loser into the bronze medal game. And that's the score thus far. Steal of 1 for Sweden in that last end. Scotland, the most experienced team here, with around 20 years, average years curled.
Line's perfect. Go, Vicky, go! Right, good. Go, 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 go. Well swept. Good, Lauren. Well swept.
That'll be interesting to see how Scotland respond after that miss in the second end. Really a 3-shot swing there on that final one, giving up a steal instead of a score of 2.
Bra linje!
Jag tror ni kan hålla igång den ändå.
Lite kortare! Lägg den tight! Lägg den tight! Gå, gå, gå! Gå, gå, gå! Se saker nära. Ja, nära, bryt i så fall, bryt i så fall. Nej, 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 nej. Åh, jo, så drar den. Nej. Agnes, gå ändå. Gå ändå. Gå, gå. Ja, gå in. Ja, du kan gå. Gå, gå, gå. Måste upp på linan. Vänta. Bra. Bra koll. Härligt. Why are we going this way?
We could play the tick.
That's what I was thinking. Eve, do you like the back 8 tick?
Pardon?
Do you like the back 8 tick?
It looks nice for that.
Yeah, if we, well,
If
yeah.
we tick the top, that's fine. Okay. This looks nicer.
Yeah, definitely. Are we going for the back one? I don't know if we'll hold it. Oh, no, we might.
Back 8, wait.
Are we going for the top one, though?
What one are we going for, Eve? Well, this one I thought you said back 8.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we catch the top and roll, that's okay.
Okay, back.
Just back it.
Okay, we're heavy.
Wade's close. Hold in.
We're back line.
Yep. Wade's good.
Wade's good.
Yeah. Hard. Go for the top. Yeah. Hard. Vicky.
Wade's really good.
Hard.
Well, Scotland are just trying to bounce the guard and open up the centre of play, so good shot there.
Okay, Lauren. No sweat. Good weight.
Good, Lauren. Yeah, you're nice weight. Probably. Maybe like a back line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ja, verkligen.
Ja. Är deras inne? Nej.
Men jag lirar fan att träffa.
Ja, gör det.
Kolla upp ordentligt, för det var ingen broms på håll.
Japp.
So Sweden lying 2, and leading by 2 as well. Not showing any signs of letting up here. They could just tidy things up and peel the guard here, but they're still going after Scotland.
Okej, försiktigt då. 8, white 4, white 4. Perfekt fart. White 4, håll ner Rufia. Ja, vänta lite då. White 4, vi kan gå. White 4. Japp. Bra, snyggt. Bra koll. 14-9. Bra koll.
So it looks like Scotland are going to try and remove some of these yellows. Too sure about that previous call from Sweden. It was always going to set up opportunities for Scotland. They're going around the guard so tight. So it doesn't remove the one in the button. I don't think there ever was a triple takeout available there. They couldn't have hit it too much better.
Yeah. I think we overslept it.
Yeah, they were relying on that yellow catching that other one and it didn't, so just a fraction, nudging it slightly.
Definitely looks a lot better though. Just the 1 yellow in there instead of 3.
Working very hard, these two Swedish sweepers.
Oh, this one's over curling a bit. The yellow on the button will be seen from the hack for Scotland.
Yep, just follow that centre line, folks. You'll see it poking out.
Well, this one over curls.
Yep.
Oh, they would have liked to keep that red out on the wing. As it spun back into the house, though.
Yeah, good.
That's where you see the guards doing their job. That's what they're designed to do.
It's good weight.
Why they're so important in the game of curling.
Well, I think we can be sure that that red's in the house, because Sweden just suggested they might want to put a takeout on it, so there would be no need if it wasn't in.
Doesn't look in from this angle, but
Sweden going to try and play through the port here to remove the other red that's definitely in the house. Well, this one's hanging a bit high. Just flicks the centre guard, still removes it.
still sweeping line 1.
Okay, we saw what Lauren said up here.
Just touches that wide one. Causes the yellow to spin out the house. So Team Scotland are reasonably confident that that red at the back line is actually touching the house and in a scoring position. So hitting to line 2.
That was very, very close to that guard. Well executed by the sweepers.
It's very close, I'm not sure.
Let's take a look, see just how close it was.
He slid over here wide, and I kind of thought that's going to close.
Sweden needing to make the run back here. Oh, they've stuck in between the two. Don't remove anything from the house. I believe in the east coast of Canada they call that a tweener. You get stuck in between the two shots.
Neither one nor the other.
So a little bit thicker, they hit the one in the button. A little bit thinner, they catch the back one.
Is there top yellow end? Pardon? Is the top yellow end? No. Okay. Do you like this or this way?
I like that way if it's possible.
Well, I think it is, but it's tricky.
Okay.
Running weight and a spinning handle.
Like you can't play sweeping
Oh,
weight up.
we
What
do.
if we come? Yeah. What if we do that?
Well, they do this.
Can we split it?
Okay.
Okay.
Right, let's put
Give us
a
a couple,
handle on this.
give
Couple
us
of
a
feet
couple
on,
feet
yeah.
and a solid handle.
Well, we're going out to the bit that has not been played here, so
Yes, you're going to need to be
positive.
yeah.
I'm not sure about this one for Scotland. I like the idea of going into lie 3, but coming around the outside doesn't really stop Sweden playing the hit and roll that they just talked about. So
You gotta go!
seems like a hard way to go about it here.
Making life a bit more difficult for themselves, maybe.
Yeah, and they've not made it either. They've got caught up in some of the frost out wide in the sheet here, and it's coming up way short.
Okay.
okay.
Well, this is the shot that Sweden always wanted to play, and Scotland left it for them.
Yeah, the bench.
10,5.
Yeah.
Scotland bench not, sure not too worried at this stage, but
Fint spår.
Ja. Tror ni 10,5 i split? Är det typ 65, 60?
Ja, men typ. Ja, det tror jag. Det är 50, 60 ändå. Bra fart! Säker 10! Ja! Säker!
Wow.
Ja! Säker 10!
Ja! Ja! Nej!
Wow!
Nej!
Wow!
Ja! Nej! Ja! Nej! Nej! Gå! Gå!
hit and rolls. Has it rolled far enough?
Fan vad det såg ut som det skulle komma och sen kom det inget mer.
Bra, Anna.
Does it look like there's still a piece showing?
Spelarna.
Bra, shit vad
Great
det såg ut
attempt
som det
up.
skulle komma.
Nej, nu
Ja. Jag tänkte typ när vi sa wow.
I've seen all week that
jag
the
wow.
houses have been quite slow, and the stones haven't been springing off each other as they do in some other venues.
Yeah, I think let's just go the same way.
That one, probably a good example. You'd expect that to just roll a little bit further, and
Give me a
then it
tiny
would
bit
be
more.
safe and in behind all of the cover. But instead,
That should be good.
even your head with a chance to tap it back to score 2. Not about hurling to do here, this one. Well, another miss by the Scottish skip.
You could hear the groans of the crowd there. Quite a lot of Chinese fans of Scotland inside the arena.
Känns som spåret neråt.
Yeah, now Sweden can get in and lie second one here. Still a bit of interest in that red stone just behind Sarah McManus that we just saw.
Ja, den var 15,5. Ja, typ.
But if Sweden can draw one in to the house here,
Jag tror att med den där
I
isen
would think
så
it's
kommer ni få switcha.
kind of out of the equation.
Nej. Nej, Anna. Jag vägrar.
Vi kommer ändå göra det vi vill.
Seem a little bit more relaxed
Vad vill
than
ni ha?
the
20?
opponents at the moment, enjoying themselves.
Känns där.
Lugnt för linjen. Vi har massa plats. Vart är den?
Den är jättelång.
Now this is running very wide at the moment. And only 13 seconds between the hogs, so will this even stay in the house?
It's on its way back to Sweden, I think, nearly. Goodness me.
Satan, vad har ni för split?
Shake of the head.
Well, that could be an absolute gift here for Scotland. Now got a takeout on the wing over here to score 2 and tie the game up.
She needs to make this, though. Get back into this game, Eve Muirhead.
Sorry. Yeah, I think so. So, what was that weight after that last time?
You were like easy barrier last time.
I'll go normal,
but you're going up a fresh bit here, so.
Okay.
Last one of the third.
Clean.
Scotland going for 2 here. Already 1 red in there, counting. As the house is revealed, you see it on the right-hand side. Just get rid of this one. And they do, much to the delight of the crowd, appreciating that shot. Is this one in or out, though?
Now they're going to stick a measure on it to find out. Going to get the biter stick.
Certainly looks in from that angle, but the measure will prove it definitively. Here we go.
Oh, it's out.
It's out. I wonder how much of an impact that will have later on in the game. It is just the one for Scotland. After 3, 2-1 lead to Sweden. Watching live coverage of the CPT World Women's Curling Championship 2017. There were the numbers thus far. All about the ones, the steals. 2-1 lead to Sweden. 4th end now in this 3rd versus 4th page playoff game.
Really nice.
A couple of mistakes in that last end. That meant just 1 shot for Scotland. Sweden's turn to try and build something in this end.
Nej, nej. Bra Fia. Bra spel.
Det är bra.
Det är bra. Vad sa hon? Långt brut eller lugnt brut? Lugnt. Think it'll curl orange.
Lead player for Scotland, Lauren Gray, 84% for the tournament. So she's had a pretty good week, Lauren.
We need to go short, Eve.
Yeah, it's her first outing on the ice, really, at the World Championship. So she should be quite happy with that performance.
We're not going to make anything of it. Okay.
Go Eve! Go Eve! Eve!
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. You just dragged it.
Yeah. Yeah, gillar isen.
Yep.
Lead player so important in curling, setting the end up for the rest of the team to make the shots. Sofia's played well too. Sofia Mabergs, the Swedish lead, 87%, even better.
Ja! Nej! Ja! Ja! Wow! 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 Janet.
Ingen väg!
Ja, de
In
Johanna, gå.
Härligt.
Bra. Härligt.
So a nice shot there by Sweden.
3/4.
Yeah.
Kind of crafty one to open up the centre of play.
Okay.
Joy, this hand.
They're quite happy with that.
I thought in turn. Okay. 3/4. Yeah, let's just make sure and hold the shooter. Yep.
Well, that was almost a little bit of an embarrassing one to finish off the third end, in that stone that they measured was out of the rings. They played the whole end, relying on that to score two, and then
But both teams thought that. So
absolutely, and sometimes the houses aren't quite right for the size of the stick, so maybe they're slightly mismeasured, or the hole in the middle of the sheet could be in the wrong place. It is really small margins, and of course to do as much as possible to make sure that the houses are correct, but
sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't, and it happens to all teams and all players, so they just have to get on with it. There's no point waking up in the middle of the night thinking that was definitely in.
No, and it didn't seem to argue too much with or at all with the umpires, so it must have been a little bit of a kind of stab in the dark almost.
Agnes Knockenhill with good stats as well, which you would expect with both sets of teams getting to this stage. They must have played some good stuff out there, executed their own game well.
Det är bra. Bra Fia. Härligt. Bra.
25 Aggies there. I think 25.
Yeah.
First things first, make sure and beat the top one.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
I think they can still see a bit of that, can't they?
Yeah, going aggressive though.
Okay, wait's closed. We'd like to go.
And just for wait, it's up to you.
They're going to try and make the freeze on that stone just thrown.
It's good, it's up to you.
Wait's really
Line's
good.
fine.
We're all there. Wait's good.
Right to it.
Only Anna if you have to go. Looks like it's
We're
heavy.
really good
Yeah,
weight.
Lauren,
We're
is it not
team.
heavy? No, you're too late, you're too late.
Really good weight.
Okay.
Nice weight back.
Perfect weight.
Do you like sweeping, did you mean?
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a realization that it didn't have the correct line, and well, the weight was pretty good to be honest, but we could have swept that one to go around the yellow, and as a result you see it's just kind of sticking out and not particularly in front of the yellow that they were trying to lie on. So a chance here for Sweden to make a takeout and lie three. I think Sweden have been the better of the two teams so far overall. Scotland have been a little bit up and down throughout the week. They had almost a bit of a crisis in the middle of the week. They were sitting there on 3 wins and 3 losses and really had to get their act together to qualify, which they did.
Look at that, there you go. 3 yellow counters now. Nicely played. by Sweden.
Not through the hole. Not through the hole.
So Sweden in good shape here. They've got their 3 yellows in the house and all quite well spread out as well.
Oh God, no.
Guys, we've not got hammers.
I know. No.
What about
hit and check in?
Yeah, what about that?
What? Hit and check in?
Or even nose?
I think I like check in one way. If you do a half check, it's always
In the
running
way.
into her one. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hack. It's not going to do too much here, Anna.
Okay,
We saw Eve calling a draw, and there's a gasp from the hack, and that they don't want to be allowing Sweden to build up yet more stones around the house when they don't have the last stone either. So
Okay.
Do you like
I think
that
this
or
is
not?
sensible from
Yeah, I don't
Scotland.
mind that.
Peel.
And they could do with Anna pulling off one
3
of her
quarters.
magical shots here.
Take your time. It's not going to do too much.
No.
We've seen her produce a few of them this week.
Peel. Whoa, 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 whoa.
50%.
Clever.
Scottish third. Where is this one going to finish?
Okay.
Go, Eve. Go, go, Eve. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Right, go, 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 go. Hard.
Okay.
Okay, Anna.
Spinning too much and it's hanging on in there on the outside.
Okay. Just wait out.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did say.
Yeah.
So this one hits just a small piece, maybe a quarter or a third of the first stone. They were trying to hit 3/4 of that first one to make the double on the wide one.
Jag tror den är där.
Bara försiktigt.
Eller vänta lite.
Just hangs on to that back line. So Sweden drawing into lie 3 now.
Den är fortfarande långt. Den är bakom tid.
Den rinner.
Kan inte gå
14-0.
Ligger bak 4. Full bak 4. Ska jag gå
This
eller?
one's going to slip past the tee line.
Bra ekat.
Just rears up.
Bra Sara. Bra Sara. 05. 14-0. Go dead freeze. It's not curling as much.
Again, they take the game to Muirhead, Scotland, asking the question.
Wow, that looks like not a lot though.
Yeah, that draw there by Sweden just drifting a little bit further down than they would have liked, and presents the opportunity for Scotland to come down and make the freeze on it, and that would really close down the scoring area for Sweden.
Line's good.
Dead freeze. Line's good.
Line's really good, guys.
Line's
Whoa, whoa,
perfect.
line. Line's good, though.
Yeah. Line.
Line's good.
Whoa, we only.
Yeah, keep on it.
We only.
Good to go.
Hard
Go
down.
ahead, line's really
Now
good.
this needs to get right down onto that yellow.
Let's see this one. Come on,
I
go.
think it will struggle.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, Anna, well
Well,
split.
good enough to lie second shot position, but
That's it.
has overcurled a little bit, and the scoring area is still quite big for Sweden.
Keep it together, gör de det.
Got most of the 8 foot to get in there and lie to.
How hard they're working here. Burns off a few calories for sure.
Frysa deras.
Jämn höjd.
So
Jag
Sweden
tycker det här är okej.
want to give Scotland another go at that
Och förlåt,
freeze.
Sara.
Fick ligga 2 känns nice. 20 då, så kan vi stoppa det lite. Ja.
To block that pathway.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll try and get another one into the 8 foot here.
Lite tight.
Sarah McManus, 53%.
Ha plats.
The whole week.
Wow.
Already seen her produce
I'm out. Bra linje.
some really nice shots in this game.
Kolla. Kolla upp, kolla upp.
Agnes, bra linje.
Kolla upp. Måste runda då.
Det är bra linje.
Nästan ner mot
Ja.
egen. Ner mot egen.
Ja. Lägg den köpt. Ja.
Nestle up beside this other yellow one here.
Bra.
Bra. 14-8.
Well, again, just drifts a little bit further than they would have liked.
Det är bra.
Presents an opportunity here for Scotland in that they could come down and tap those 2 yellows, and it just makes the freeze a little bit easier for them. Because those 2 yellow stones are so close together that they know that the top one's not going to move at all, so it just makes the opportunity to freeze a bit easier for Scotland.
Right in the nose? Yep.
Yeah,
Just an easy hack.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Take your time. That's probably minimum ice, but I still think that'll be okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Aggies didn't do much
I
out
know.
here. Get us on it early and let it break.
Yeah. You can take an inch more if that's
Take an
what
inch,
you're
a
going
tiny
for.
bit. Yeah.
Always watching what your opponent's stones are doing before you, learning.
I've seen a couple of wayward ones from Eve Muirhead coming around the centre with this kind of hat quait. Oh, this one looks really good.
That was more or less the plan.
Nice. Well swept.
Yeah, great shot and fully frozen on the yellow.
That will give it a bit of a lift.
Well, what it does give them is a little bit of insurance.
That was solid.
It really stops the two yellows on the outskirts of the house having a chance of coming into play. Because Scotland now lying second and third shot position, doesn't get past that top red by much.
Good judgment.
Precis. Det här, alltså du har råd att dutta unset.
Det är hellre här.
För den här sticker ju ingenting sen.
Men hellre här än där ju.
Alltså för här kan hon
Team
spela
coming
på en. Ja, den är
down the
också
sheet for a look.
Ja, i och för sig, den är nice. Här, då slår hon och vickar.
Ja, men ska hon vicka bättre också?
Vad händer då? Vi skulle vara här. Om vi är här då gör hon samma slag. Här känns det som att vi är. Men det är inte säkert att hon kommer ligga 2.
Nej. Den där är ju, då må hon gå där men då kommer vi knappt in på 10 foten. Jag kan ju gilla samma rundning i så fall, samma hand och så ligger vi här.
Ja, men det är det jag menar. Vi får inte komma närmare för då kan hon ju bara köra den. I och för sig spår den där får dragen och gå hitåt. Vi får ganska, en bra för ett. Vi behöver ju ändå hit. Vi behöver ju ändå vara här. Jag tror jag gillar den, va? Ja.
Men utifrån, va?
Ja, fan. Det är inte så mycket att stanna på.
Just a reminder that Sweden with the yellows,
jag vet inte om jag tycker att den här är så bra heller.
3 in the house, but the only one really under the shout of scoring at the moment is the one in the button, unless they were to play some sort of a blast on them all.
Då kan vi spela på egen.
På den, ja. För ett.
Säkert för ett.
Ja, eller den för 2.
Ja. Drar vi här nu så vi testar dragningen också.
Ja. Ja, gillar ni den eller så?
Spontant.
Alltså jag gillar den för jag vill sätta press på henne.
Ja, samma här.
För jag tycker inte att hon spelar så bra. Tredjedel in!
Ja.
Jag gillar den här bättre, Anna.
Well, I talked about the size of the scoring area a couple of times in this end, and now that it really is quite small, it's just that 4-foot circle, because Sweden won't be able to get that red just thrown by Eve Muirhead out of there. So they're now having to just draw to the edge of the 4-foot to lie 2.
Men jag tror vi kan styra mycket med sopan. Det är ju bara uns utanför, va, eller? Vad sa du? Det är bara uns utanför, eller hur? Jag tänker din som du drog förut fick ju exakt den linjen. Ja. Jag tror att jag går hela vägen också, så vi får ha den där ute.
Vad vill ni ha då?
15-20. Ja. Lägg dit 15.
Anna Hasselborg, 83%
Kommer
in the whole tournament.
Väldigt fin linje.
Stats on this game for you a little bit later on, once we've got a few ends under our belt. But good figures from her too.
Hålla upp. 13-6. Här. Hålla upp.
Nej.
Japp. Yes! Bra, Anna. Härligt. Bra tjejer. Sorry.
Härligt, Anna.
Well, a good shot there to lie 2. Was a little bit closer to the centre line than I would have liked.
I think so, because then she's going to have to blast it. Cool. Okay, so that is here.
So Scotland could tap
my draws at the start of the game.
just to allow Sweden to lie 1, but they can see more reward in just throwing a freeze. I think that's a better chance of forcing Sweden just to score 1.
Okay, freeze. Yeah. Yes. What kind of... Is it a wee bit faster than... It's the similar... Draw the button.
Mycket mindre is. Ja, jag tror att man kan komma dit på 2 olika sätt, ja. Hon spelar med stöd nu, lite grann. Ja, okej. Eller inte med stöd, men liksom... Hon har ju råd att göra det. Jag tror att Womin hämtade. Ja, men det...
Lead Muirhead just wants to make it as difficult as possible. Anna Hasselborg with her final stone.
Well then! Line's really good!
Line's close, guys. Well, we can't for weight.
Line's perfect!
It's really close.
No, it's all there, it's bumping.
I know, but it's really close. It's really close. Pearl. Skinny. That's good.
Well, a pretty good shot,
Nice. Well swept.
but just maybe a pound too much weight. So
Samma linje som henne då.
Sweden will be able to just tap that back to score 2 here.
Jag tror det är lätt att hitta linje på det. Hon har väldigt lite
It's not a gimme though by any means.
Jag tror sådär och spela bak 8.
Borde bli en sån här
Egen bak.
borde bli en sån här som vi kan hålla igång typ hela vägen.
Jag tror att den kan gå rakt i början.
Ja, men
så tar det
sen att
lugnt.
vi inte kan skada fast den är lite hård.
Ja. Egen fart bak 8.
Ja, jag vill trycka den utifrån.
And then just being a little bit heavy with that, moving the yellow stone back out of the forfeit, it gives Sweden the space to be able to do the same thing and tap the red. So that's why they wanted to play the dead freeze, because then they wouldn't have had that opportunity.
So these are still tricky shots though, Logan. These are under a bit of pressure. Last stone, fourth end. Knowing that every point matters. Obviously down the same line.
Well, it's got a good line. Have they got enough weight?
Catches that other yellow, and my goodness, well, it was a tricky shot. And in the end, just one.
That was a great effort. Just lost the line a little bit.
Ja, fan. Sorry.
Got that with a yellow. So lots can happen in this game, as we've already seen. Played 4 ends now. Extend their lead slightly. Scotland 1, Sweden 3.
Poängen, det var ju 13-2 på den.
Jag känner hemma.
Bra spel. Det är bra.
Det är lugnt här. Bra spel.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29. Las Vegas rocks!
Lite mer.
Bra linje!
Yes, 4.
Samma linje.
Skära lite mer förut.
Jag tycker verkligen 4.
Bra linje.
Perfekt linje. Kolla upp.
Bara era.
14.66.
Fifth end now of this very close game between Scotland and Sweden. Look at that, just all about the ones. Who will win this one and go through to the semi-final against Russia? Well, you would put your money on either at the moment. 2 very closely matched teams.
Okay, we're all there. It's okay, though. It's good.
Alison Walker and Logan Gray bringing you live commentary from the Beijing Capital Gymnasium in Beijing.
Weight's good.
Hope you're enjoying the action wherever you're watching or listening around the world.
Yeah, we're good.
Super crowd inside here.
Really nice.
watching all the action live.
Good. Good.
Both teams have secured their Olympic spots for their countries next year. So it's all about concentrating on the medals here, trying to get to that semi-final and possibly the final as well. But one step at a time. Who do you think's got the slight advantage, Logan, in terms of the points, obviously, because that's Sweden, but who do you think's playing better?
I think Sweden are playing slightly better than Scotland. Scotland have looked in a little bit precarious positions a couple of times throughout the match, managed to kind of draw their way out there in the fourth end. But both skips just with a couple of misses as well along the way. And Scotland still very much in this one, only trailing by 2, and they've got the last stone here, so they'll be pushing hard here in the fifth end to try and tie the game up at half-time.
4, 5! Yeah, high! 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 Roll it, Anna! Go on there, go on there, go on there. Go, 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 go! Okay, that works.
Oh, mistake there. Just chips the guard.
Tror du den kommer curla mer eller? Hon har mer liksom. Ta lite mer. Nej, men om du vill.
Kan jag få lite mindre?
Om vi ska vara lite högre tänker jag.
Jag ska vara lite högre.
Vad har du?
Kanske bromsa onsigt mer här inne då.
Ja, jajamän. Bra linje!
Ligger hake!
Okej, försiktigt då Sara.
Hake nära.
Försiktigt.
Ja, den är nära. Nästa.
Den ekar nu.
Den är lite längre ner. Den är meter från inkastarna.
Den greppar mycket ändå. Bra Agnes.
So again, Sweden kind of taking the game to Scotland. Scotland won't like all these guards covering the 4-foot circle, so you'd expect to see them open things up here.
I think I need a hair more. Good. It's gonna curl.
Yeah. You call us.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yes. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Under. Go. Okay. What's that?
Well, only gets the one away, doesn't manage to open up either side of the sheet as they would have planned.
Men vi har ju råd att gå på den också.
Ja.
Kommer han stanna slide, men i så fall lite mindre.
Den var hake förra.
Mitt på linan. Ja. Höger.
Lite tajtare.
Känns nära.
Okej.
Måste eka.
Ja, eka bara.
Den känns nära.
Okej, vi måste eka linje också Sara.
Linjen är bra. Nära.
Behöver sitta.
Det är lite högre än det där. Ungefär samma höjd.
Rent Sara. Okej, nej. Nej. Sitt. Okej, bra.
Well, maybe slightly more of a gap there, but I think it'll be the same shot again here for Scotland. The Swedish team doing a good job of protecting that yellow stone on the button.
I think let's go for this one first. Yep.
I don't think there's a hole there.
I think I need more yet.
Are you going for straight back? Okay.
And if I catch it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to drive the yellow across the face of the other yellow. Slightly more difficult shot than playing it the other way. They could run the yellow across the face of the red, and then it's a Scottish stone that's going into the house instead of a Swedish one. Do a good job of opening it up this time, though.
Cheers.
Jag hade där på Agnes. Bara så.
Ja, tror jag då, men det tror du med.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Perfekt linje.
Another guard coming up here.
Perfekt linje! Ni kommer få dra den! Ni kommer få dra den! Håll rent Fia! Okej, dra den upp!
Fia, du lär gå!
Gå Fia! Japp!
Kan du gå?
Bara ingen glugg, japp, japp! Räcker. Bra.
Yep, and almost directly in front of that other yellow.
What way, Eve?
Peel. Whoa. Okay, Anna. Go, Vicky. No.
Well, doesn't manage to make the double. So it's been a pretty routine end so far for Sweden. Just get one on the button and then guard it.
Good.
And Scotland haven't been able to find any answers to change things up enough.
Yeah, they've just been reacting, haven't they, to whatever Sweden have done.
Exakt samma linje!
Liten push.
Exakt samma linje!
Borde vara samma tjejer, borde
Samma
vara samma.
linje!
Lite kortare.
Kolla!
Lite kortare.
Okej, försiktigt.
Borde vara där. Nej.
Okej,
Nej.
Fia måste vara...
Nej. Den är helt okej, Lini, behöver inte dra den.
Nej. Bra skött.
Hade ni?
28. Det kändes som att det kom mycket mer. Because even if we get the roll in.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because even if we get in, yeah, you're right.
Take your time.
She get both of them here. One hangs about though.
Okay, good. It's better. Space.
It moves it.
You got the space.
Yeah.
Good. That was better. That was better.
Ja.
25.
Det är okej också.
14-5.
Vi kommer ju hämta Karl här precis som neråt där. Vi har varit där på dra typ så.
Definitely improves the situation, not just by getting that Yellowstone away from the button a little bit.
När vi ökar lite kommer det gå rakt ut, tror jag. Rakt? Det tror jag också.
Jag tror vi kommer hämta lite.
Du tror det? Så mina har gått rakt här, men jag vet inte. Ja, men kanske greppa lite i fart. Men
grejen är att det känns ju som samma bana ner som jag spelade sist. Alltså ner hit, och då hämtade vi ju.
Det är nog bra, det är sant.
Bite 4, full 8. Behöver inte vara
Always
helium
cleans the
på...
stone really well, doesn't she? She gives it a right good.
Ja, precis. Om den är full.
Good job.
Yeah, and one of the only players as well to give the underside of her slider a good wipe as well before she plays this whole part of her pre-shot routine each time.
Massa plats!
Bra linje!
There's a light going on there, which means it's
Massa plats!
Ja!
an okay
Bra
stone.
linje!
Vart är vi?
Måste gå, den är kort!
Hårt!
Ska vi?
Bra linje! Hårt! Ni har den!
They're trying to get this one down into the 8 foot. Big sweep here from Marbergs and knocking out.
Nej.
Very good.
Bra Sara.
Bra tjejer.
Jag fick lite...
14-3. Fia. Agnes. 14-3. Bra spel.
Bra. Den är fan aldrig kort på den här linjen, tjejer.
14-3 där ute.
Grymt. Bra skott. Bra analys av visen. Ja, verkligen.
Well, the analysis continues, and Eve Muirhead's going to try and run the red garden now. I think they can see a little bit of the Yellowstone just thrown by Anna Hasselborg, and they could make the double that way, but if they ever got it slightly wrong, then it wouldn't come off. So at least playing this one, then there's a couple of things that could happen. They might be able to spin a second one in there as well, but they'll certainly open up the centre to play for her last stone and allow Scotland to score. They really can't afford to fall any further behind at this point.
Yep, Scotland 3-1 down.
Well, a good shot to lie, a little bit unlucky not to lie guarded.
Sorry, Eve.
Just over curled by a fraction in the end. So it should be a straightforward shot here for Anna Hasselborg to finish off a very strong fifth end from the Swedes.
Yeah, I've had the Scots on the back foot in this one.
Nej, bara rent. Låt det jobba lite. Låt det jobba. Nej, nej. Det går jätterakt. Ingenting.
Well, she wants to stay on the nose here. Maybe a bit pacey there. That rolls away from the centre, and that will make things much, much easier for Eve Muirhead to score. Hit on the nose there then. Could have left a tricky hit and roll for Scotland to have to score. Now they've just got a wide open nose hit.
There has been a few more up here though. And we've got 8 foot.
Which generally isn't a problem for any of these players, so
A few up here at the first end and it curls pretty nice.
she'd love to be throwing this for more than one though.
I don't think it should be, should it? I don't think it should be too bad, but just be aware.
So they can hit on the outside of this yellow and roll into the wide one just as a little bit of extra insurance.
Clean, clean.
Last one of this end.
Clean, clean, really clean, 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 clean. Good, Eve. Good. One red.
No problem there. Just the one for Scotland though. Not sure of that, Eve Muirhead. So it's now Scotland 2, Sweden 3 as they head into the break. Have a quick discussion with their coaches. And a quick bite to eat before part 2 gets underway. Kelly Schaefer bringing the goodies.
Well, after a score of 1 in the first half, in the first end for Anna Hasselborg, here is Eve Muirhead with the final stone of the second. Chance to score 2. And this really the only thing to separate the two teams in the first half here in the second end. Big mistake, hits and rolls away, doesn't get the yellow out of there. And after 2 ends, it's Sweden 2, Scotland 0. And then on to the third end. Eve Muirhead thinking they're going to hit to score 2 and tie the game up. Makes the hit and stick perfectly. Only to find out through a measure that that stone on the outside was not in the house. So just a score of 1 there in the third end. And Sweden get the force. And then in the fourth end, a great effort at the freeze by Eve Muirhead and Anna Hasselborg had a chance to come down and tap it back for a score of 2. They just lost it a little bit here with the sweeping. Catches the top yellow, but pushes them both up a little bit, and it's still a score of 1 for Sweden, and they would reopen up their 2-shot lead. And the final play of the first half, Anna Hasselborg leaving a pretty straightforward takeout here for Eve Muirhead. Nicely done. And at halftime, it's a 1-shot game. Sweden 3, Scotland 2.
Keep the pressure on them now. It's time.
Yeah.
Time to put some eight in a row. Let's put 8 in a row together.
Yeah.
You're going to pinpoint them perfectly. It's really good. Excellent. Yeah, I don't mind the double centers. If everyone gets their first one in the right spot.
I like that.
Okay.
It's going to make her uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And as soon as
Rather
we had the double center where you came up short there.
Verkligen. Vår match.
Ja, det är våran match. Våran boll.
Vår match.
Nu kör vi.
Härligt, Agnes.
A reminder of the page playoff format for you. Canada, of course, all the way through to the final. And the winner of this one goes into the semi-final to play Russia, and the other goes to the bronze medal game. And the winner of that semi-final goes on to play Canada in the final tomorrow. So we know the score, 3-2 to Sweden. And they also have the 1 stolen point, and up in just about every other area.
Nej, det löser ingenting.
Wow! 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 Okej!
Quick glance at the trophy there. Looking quite spectacular, I have to say. And a bit away from that as far as these two teams are concerned. This one. This is the 6th end now.
Okay, line's good. Line's good.
Felt heavy, Vic.
3 versus 4 page playoff.
We're all there.
The World Women's Curling Championship 2017. Alison Walker and Logan Gray bringing you the action live from the Beijing Capital Gymnasium.
That's it.
A few thousand people in here watching it with us. You won't miss anything wherever you're watching around the world or listening. We've seen some really, really good play between these two teams.
Bra linje. Samma linje som förra.
Lite gott om åker.
Okej, klara tidigare också.
Samma linje.
I don't think coaches would have been too unhappy at half-time, Logan, with the way the teams have played. I think they'll say more of the same, but get your basics right.
Yeah, I think Sweden, though, with the better of the play in the first half. Scotland do seem to be a little bit more confident and relaxed out there, I would say, than the Swedish. Lauren slipping into the house with her first stone of this end.
Okay, we're all there.
82% for this game.
Line over. Tight. Yeah, we're all there.
We're all there.
It is trying.
It is stopping this time. No, we don't want it too tight.
Don't let
Not
it over,
too
Carl.
tight.
Line's fine.
No, it's fine, Lauren. Good.
Good.
Good, Lauren. First up, guys.
I looked after it. I got 40.
They weren't quite sure what that one was going to do there.
So again, this tactic being employed by Sweden. The Scots putting on a tight guard, and they're going to try and tick it.
That Logan 100% for Sophia. You don't see that very often.
Oh, she's a super player. She's who's putting in a super performance here as well. Here's another great shot.
Bra Fia. Bra Fia.
So doesn't violate the free guard zone, keeps all the stones in play.
Bra skippat Anna. Bra Fia. Bra. Härligt. Bra. Hade 75 på den.
This is her first World Championship.
Kommer lite mer där.
What a week they're having. Mickey Adams. Scotland 58% for this game. Plenty of time to pick that up in the second half, though.
Oh, definitely room for improvement there.
Good,
Nice work, guys.
Good.
Good.
If someone's going in at 50.
65.
So this end kind of shaping up a lot like the last one, actually, with the tables turned a bit. Scotland with a stone in the button, a few kind of lying around the periphery, and the guards keep coming from Scotland and keep being peeled by Sweden.
Look at her playing well too for Sweden. Happy for that other red there.
Oh, that was extremely close.
Jag måste typ hålla ihop benen. Bra. Bra Li.
Here it is. One and whoa. Not far away at all.
Similar, maybe a hair left. Maybe a hair left, but I think it's okay.
Whoa.
Keep it moving.
It's really good.
Keep it moving.
Needs to curl.
I think it should be.
Okay, it's good, but I think it's still on the generous side.
I think it's
Anna,
okay.
Get it to center.
Good.
Get it to center.
Yep.
Okay, whoa.
We're good.
Good, Becky.
Nice shot, Prospect.
Good.
So another good guard. I think Anna Hasselborg tightening up the ice a little bit on this one. They're going to go for the run back on this occasion. Of course, this Swedish side represented Team Europe at the, or Team World, I should say, at the Continental Cup of Curling in Las Vegas in January.
Oh, look
Great
at that.
shot. Great shot there by Agnes Knockenhauer.
Got the crowd going there. Great stuff from Team Sweden.
Well, the only thing is that it does clear the forfeit. They have left a centre guard though, so if Scotland play a good draw here, they've got a good chance to put one in an even stronger position than what they had before.
Line's really good. Top four.
Anna not quite up to her usual standard, just 60% for this game.
You got to go to line. Hard, Lauren. Where are
Yeah,
we?
Scotland really need the middle order to step up if they're going to have a chance of turning this one around. This one quite a bit shorter than they would have liked.
That's good, Anna.
Still useful position. See the instruction from Anna Hasselborg there.
You got to go to line. Hard, Lauren. Where are we? Come on, go.
With them being so high in the house here, it just makes that run back that we just saw from Agnes Knockenhauer all the shorter and more makeable. So this is definitely one of the strengths of this Swedish side, is the big weight takeouts. Mistake there though, doesn't get either of the reds.
Going from the skip.
Just remember the stone's further over that side now.
Yes.
So, but she has given you a little bit more.
Anna Sloan's second stone here.
Felt like there could be something under that.
That looks
You need to
really
go.
light.
You need to go. Nothing. Go.
nothing would indicate that it's not even over the hog line. And it isn't.
Something under that.
Really, again at this level, Scotland just can't afford to be doing things like that.
Well, I think Anna was saying that there was maybe some dirt or something under the stone there that may have just slowed it down.
Picked it up. And it does happen. It could be the tiniest thing. Stone number 4. Keep an eye on that one. Unfortunate, but it is giving Sweden a little opportunity here.
Nej, upp. Helt upp, snälla, helt upp.
Har vi på garden eller? Är den på?
Well, this is a bit wayward as well here.
10-2.
Vad sa du? 10-2. Yes. Jag tänkte, precis de slide iväg tänkte jag säga. Jag bara, du kan inte vara hård på den här isen. Precis
punish Scotland for that mistake.
Scottish bench there, watching on. Right in front of the sheet. Kelly Schaefer. The alternate on the right. Glenn Howard on the left there. Coach, looking at the stats. Every move out that ice is analysed and picked over.
You're inside the line. I thought it would be a wee bit slower.
To the next game.
And I thought it would be a wee bit slower. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You're inside the frosty bit.
Yeah, well, out there and then I think it should.
I think you're okay.
Same way as what you've been playing is good.
I think that ice is good. Yeah, I think it'll curl nice. Yeah,
just one red in the house there. Scottish red.
Weight's good. Weight's good. Line's good. Line on line.
Even your head, 75%.
Line on line's good. Line's good. Line on line.
Expect her to come into her own in the second part of this game.
Line on line. We're not for weight at all. Whoa there.
7-8.
Whoa, Becky. We're just T-line. No, never. Let it stop. No, Becky.
No.
Good, Eve.
Good.
Nice weight. Good.
Perfect.
Good job. Yes, nice weight.
Good job.
Good.
Good.
Slow it up there.
Hon hade ju här. Ja, här hade de.
We have the Swedish bench.
Ja, de gick höll ju helt upp hela vägen.
On the left. Pia Lindholm on the right.
Har vi linje så kan vi dutta undsätt.
Planning out every move as it
Som
happens.
3:30 i höjd.
Stats for each player.
Sa du?
Yeah, all sorts of new apps getting drawn up all the time and technology being used to help with strategy and game plans and training plans and all sorts. It's a big advantage these days to, let's say, 10 years ago.
At this level, it's about the tiny margins. Whatever will give your team the edge over somebody else. What can we do to improve, make it better, achieve better results?
Bra linje. Kämpa hårt, var med den. Bryter ut. Jämnt.
63% for Anna Hasselborg, so not playing as well as she has in previous games.
She's played a good one here. Very good shot here by Anna Hasselborg. Well, that's going to be a big problem for Scotland.
You can't see the whole thing, can you? No.
I think your head's just said.
Yeah. So, Eve, same weight. Exactly
Same weight with perfect. What ice did you give me?
I gave you that. Yeah.
The only thing is we're out in the fresh stuff now. That's really
Well, they're going to try and draw around these two stones. This is an extremely hard shot to get absolutely spot on.
I think so.
Needs to be a lying shot after this one. Scotland don't really want to give up a score of 2 to fall 3 behind.
Yeah, similar weight.
I think exactly the same way.
Yeah. I definitely can't see enough to blast it, can I?
3-time world champion Pia Lindholm in the background, watching on, the national coach for Sweden.
He must be delighted with the way his team have performed this week. First World Championship for the skip.
Okay, line's very good. Where's good?
course, securing that Olympic berth for Sweden
Well, it's really good. Really
next
close.
year. That's
Right, go, Becky.
Scotland for
Make
Team
it
GB.
here. Go, go.
Go if you can.
I don't think they've got the line here. They're just a little bit too wide. The weight's absolutely perfect, but
Cool. Well set.
that stone's going to be easily seen from the hack for Anna Hasselborg. Great chance to score 2.
Just needed that red one to come around just a bit more behind the other two.
Jag ser ju hela. Ja, fan. Jag spelar en 12. 11-12. Jag gillar 11 sådär. Jag kan gilla 11 mot 11,5. Det är ett fint ställe. Så?
Curlen kommer med.
Curlen kom. Ja. Det var inte jättemycket curl. Jag hade ju här nu. Men alltså jag gillar här med en 11,5. Det känns mycket, men det borde komma, va?
Annars kan jag gilla samma, Anna. Bara
det är ju betydligt närmare linan nu. Jag gillar mindre och 11. Vad vill du ha då? Så? Ännu mindre? Det är bra. Ja, lite mer. 11. Padden. Tycker inte dina bryter jättemycket, Fia, på dina corners.
So not taking that much ice here. So they need to be really quite accurate because they'll be throwing a fair bit of weight down here.
Jag gillar det här, Anna.
Always thinking, pondering, wondering. So here goes Anna Hasselborg with the last stone of this 6th end.
Sten!
Nej!
Japp!
Ja!
Sten! Mer!
Oh!
Upp lite!
Oh!
Nej! Låt det jobba! Härligt!
Snyggt. Bra skippat.
Relatively straightforward in the end for the Swedish skip.
Bra skip, Sara.
Härligt. 2. Härligt.
2 for them. And after 6, it's Scotland 2, Sweden 5.
Vad hade ni på korta? Vad sa du? Vad hade ni på korta? Vad sa du? Vad hade ni på korta?
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29.
Las Vegas runs.
Lägger vi den här bra då? Ja. 12.
Lite mer gärna.
Ja, borde vara då. Samma linje.
So Sweden picking up 2. Last end to give them a 5. 2 lead, being number 7 now. So Scotland, what does Scotland need to do, Logan, to get themselves back into this? Trailing by 3 now, 7th end, who knows? A few ends to go.
Top 10 nu.
Well, I think the obvious answer is to start making some shots. They've just not been getting the setup right at all in this game. And they've not really, as a result, been able to take any control of the ends. It's felt like Sweden have kind of generally had the upper hand. I mean, Sofia Maberg's playing 100% out there. That's what you need out there in this must-win scenario from your front end players. And Scottish front end just not quite getting their stones in the right spots. Quite a few of them kind of nearly there, but not absolutely perfect. So I They're going to need to start stringing some shots together now, though. They can't afford to fall any further behind in this match.
Ni kommer få dra den. Nära. Ni kommer få dra den. Nära. Låt den bryta lite då. 12. Låt den bryta. 12, 8. 12. Okej. Wow. 12. Nästan full 8. Ja, vi måste passera korsa linan. Det är 12 just nu. In i båt. Nej, det är helt 12 bara.
So looking for a tight guard in this one.
Japp. Ska jag framför? Japp. Gå på linjen. Ja, det är bra. Nej. 15-1. Håll i. Det är helt kul. Ja, fan. Det är bra snack ögon. 15-1 på den.
I think we need another corner.
We did say double corners.
What do you think?
Do you like the corner again, Eve, or definitely this?
Yeah? Okay.
Up to you.
Okay. I like the bump, but...
Okay, we'll play the bump.
Let's
I
play
think
the bump
so.
then.
If we could ever do this, it's perfect.
Okay, easy hack.
Yeah.
Easy hack. Give me a touch, Liz. This is the straighter side, isn't it? Do you think?
Yeah.
Liz, yeah.
I think that'll be close. You're just going easy
I think
hack.
that's close.
They are curling, though.
Okay, so Scotland are going to try and maneuver things in the house a little bit here. Concern there would be that they've just used up quite a bit of thinking time there discussing that. You don't really want to be able to, you don't really want to be doing that on lead stones. You want to save them for the more complex kind of situations. So just trying to bump things around. Don't get it exactly how they would have liked it, but still not a bad result. My other concern there about the shot that was called is that they've grouped the red stones really quite close together, so that was always going to be a problem. There was some discussion about another corner guard, which would probably have made more sense to me.
So we've got another technical timeout here.
There's no lamp. Could you look at the whole guy?
The light is not working.
Can you just watch from there?
Again, the old-fashioned way with the human eye, watching that the stone is released before the hog line.
Yep. Dragan. Raines. Draghi. Härligt. A3. Han har till, va? Ja. Bra.
You won't see Agnes Knochenauer miss too many of those peels. She throws it so hard that anything kind of just off centre and the shooter is always going to spring out.
Just some other bumpers there.
Just put it back 4.
Still be coming our way.
Yep.
Okay, Vic, this is going to move big.
I think you need more eyes.
Very powerful player.
Okay, we think a bit more. Edge of it.
Keep it high because it's going to curl.
Yeah.
Positive 10.
Yeah.
Scotland choosing to go into the house quite early on here. The problem with that is that again, it kind of brings the red stones close together, and generally the kind of school of thought is that you want to keep the defensive team kind of out of the house and run them down out of stones, and then you go in and make your play in the house, and they've got a few less to try and recover the situation. But they're choosing to go in early here. So now those red stones really close together, and it looks like a very straightforward double takeout for Sweden. So just some slight question marks over the game plan here from Scotland.
Ja, det har Aggie.
And you would expect Agnes Knochenauer to make this all day long.
Well, actually, it doesn't look like they're necessarily going for the double, which is surprising with a 3-shot lead.
Härligt, perfekt. Det är bra. Härligt. Härligt Agnes, perfekt. 7,5.
That was a risky bump. Nearly got stuck on the back one.
Bra lead, Aggie.
if I put it behind, she's blasting.
If we could ever get dead buried.
Yeah, I just think she's blasting it.
We couldn't freeze
She's
that
always
one,
leaving
could
her
we?
shooter though, if you get dead buried.
Okay.
I don't mind this. Okay, easy normal.
So what way are we going?
This way.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like this. Yeah. Easy normal.
Yep.
Okay, this will curl.
Well, it kind of feels like Scotland are grinding to a halt at the moment. I think now all of a sudden they're 3 shots down and they know they're staring defeat in the face. Now everybody's involved in the decision making about everything, the weight, the line, the shot being called, and generally kind of cleaner, more concise communication will lead to more shots getting made.
Okay, well swept. Okay.
Just uncertainty seems to be around that team at the moment. No firm decisions.
Spela mot 9,5.
They seem to know exactly what they want to do.
Rent bara. Nej.
5-2 ahead, this Swedish team. This is the 7th end.
Helt upp.
9-3.
Bra satt, Sara. Okay, Lauren, is this still nice weight?
Yeah, this side's a lot better weight than that. You couldn't ever get the freeze on the back.
I wonder how concerned he is, Glenn Howard.
Okay, that's fine. Right out to this.
It's the same weight as
The way
I put
this
up here.
game's
You
going
want-
for Team Scotland.
Okay.
A little bit for line! Line's okay.
Line's good.
Okay, well, way only. Close though.
Line's really good.
Way only. 5. Way only.
7.
Way only.
7.
It's good.
Oh,
Weight's
really
good.
nice. Oh, you need to let it stop.
No, we're 7.
We're 8.
We're looking pretty good here.
Oh, Ivo.
Good.
Okay, nice.
Okay, good.
Gets fully buried behind the guards. Don't be too worried about going behind the tee line when Sweden are 3 ahead. You wouldn't have thought that they'll go after the freeze.
I och för
sig så är det...
Jag gillar att göra trångt, eller?
I was trying to get Nose just to split the back one. Yeah. Because she was always peeling the corner there. I know. I was a little bit worried with Ewan if we'd hit and gone to there like you said, but I don't think she would have. I was thinking she was going to half that double.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just thought it was easy.
Jag gillar det ni gillar.
I always think it's such a great insight to have the microphones on the players and hear the reaction to shots.
15 då.
You don't get that in many sports around the world.
Well, I thought this Swedish side might favour the run back. That's a kind of their go-to shot, but they're switching up here and going for the freeze.
Okej, bara fart. Hoppla.
Vänta.
Bit of a must make here for Sarah McManus.
Nej!
Det är bra fart. Nej! Den är hos längre. Ja. Har vi någonting?
Nej, vi har ingen linje alls.
Well, it's running very wide at the moment.
Coming around a bit now, but not enough. Not enough.
Well, the door might have just opened a little bit here for Scotland.
13-3.
I'll keep off it this time.
Jenga here less.
No, I don't think so.
Another look at it. Just didn't get the weight right, and as a result, it didn't curl until the stone was past the red. So it's the same draw here, really, for Anna Sloan.
Go a little bit if you can. If you can go.
Scotland need to start making these shots. Back of a Swedish error.
We're close, line. We're really close, line. Okay, we're past. We're past. Just leave it. Let it stop. Let it stop.
Stop.
Good, Anna. Sit. Good.
Really good draw. Great shot here by Anna Sloan.
Yeah. Crowd have enjoyed that one. Giving her a round of applause.
Our first one. Nice.
Yeah, well. Jag vill skjuta henne så.
Well, it's going to be a run back this time for Sweden.
Det är
Lite
risky
äckligt
om
bara
man...
för det är mot den.
Sweden need to be a little bit careful. They're running in a Scottish guard here, and if they get this just slightly wrong, then
Tänkte om man skulle våga spela den så.
There's a chance that they might leave as many as 3 reds in there.
Alla. Ja, absolut.
3 shots ahead, though.
The angles just aren't particularly great in there for Sweden at the moment. So they do raise it back, and the red on the bottom goes on to the other red. It looks like it'll probably jam on the white yellow, so they just need to be a little bit careful.
What's the best they can hope for here?
I think the safe way to probably play it is just to almost make sure that you pick the one off the bottom and just get one of them out there. If you go for the whole cartload, then that's where you might come a little bit unstuck.
Det kan till och med bli ganska bra. På översidan menar du?
Ja, den blir riktigt kass.
Just looking at all the angles again, see what's possible.
Ja, den. Ja, jag tror fan det också. Jag tror fan det bara ta den. Försöka göra den perfekta.
Sätta den och på översidan. Ja. Den är perfekt.
Du menar för att få bort den så, Anna?
Ja, exakt.
Well, it's the first time we've really seen Sweden in any kind of great deal of trouble.
Jag tror det, Sara. Gillar du det? Ja.
Det är smitt på, eller? Alltså den andra är lika svår och den blir inte bra om att göra den heller.
I mentioned a few minutes ago, though, that Sweden are particularly good with these upweight shots.
Yeah, they're always good to watch too. We all love that they try it when it comes off. Great to see.
That's an important couple of shots coming up for Anna Hasselborg. Be a good opportunity to see kind of where she's at mentally at this stage.
Here we go. Something's going to move, that's for sure. 1, 2, 3. Just the one out, though. One red gone.
Yeah, it was only the guard that left the house. Everything was lined up so nicely there for Scotland. And even with all of this weight, they couldn't shift either of those reds in the house.
A bit of protection from that other red, from that other yellow at the back. Stops it heading out. Just thinking why that happened, the Swedish girls. So this shot could get Scotland right back into this game. Just the other red to the outside there.
Some tense stuff going on out there. So Sweden can try for a double takeout, you would think, on that red. They're just lining up. Here's another look at Eve's first stone of this end.
Jag tänkte också det. Det kan man absolut göra. Den är inte vi behöver klicka den, så dubben är inte jättesvår. Jag tror nog ändå den här dubben, Sara.
She's never been one to throw a lot of handle Eve Muirhead on her shots. If you compare it to, let's say, like Rachel Holman, who sends everything spinning down the ice. And just as a result...
Why is that?
That's just probably personal preference and style, and that's just her technique. But you can tend to get a little bit more curl when you've not got as much handle on the stone. There's no right or wrong way to do it, really. It's just a difference in technique.
And possibly just what you're used to or what you've been brought up with doing.
Ja, jag tror också det. Ja.
Lots of conflicting communication there between the skip and the vice. But ultimately, they got the job done. One shouting yes, one shouting no.
1-2 away, the two reds go, leaving just one counting there. Very well played shot from skip.
Well, in the end, Eve Muirhead with a very straightforward draw for 2 here.
Enough to keep Scotland in it, but
I don't think it's heavy.
helped it be
Didn't
3
feel
for them.
heavy. Didn't feel heavy.
I don't think you can harm it.
Yeah, weight's good. We're 7-8. 8-9. We're all there, but we're good.
We're good.
Keep it clean.
We're good, Eve.
No, it doesn't need clean. Nice.
So 13.8 seconds, that's generally what we've seen go through the tee line. So
Successfully done. Breathe again for a second. It was quite a tense end, that one, after 7. Scotland 4, Sweden 5.
Yeah, I think 8 end if we can get straight here. Det är gjort skjuten och satt den. Absolut. Absolut. Det är bara skillnad i deras lag. Vad sa du? Det är bara skillnad i deras lag. Ja. Det gör ju det minst. Bra ni tjejer. Men nu vill jag ha snabb på riktigt. Ja. På beställning. Jag vill ha 8 kvar efter den. Så är det riktigt snabbt. Ja. Känns som att vi skulle behöva...
Lots of fans from different countries here. There is the Swedish contingent watching on.
Nu ska jag sätta mina senare.
And I'm sure pretty pleased with the way the team is performing out there in this 3rd versus 4th page playoff game. The winners play Russia in the semi-final. The losers head to the bronze medal game.
That's okay. Let's go here then. Just
This is the 8th end now. It's been so close all the way through.
Good. That's it.
Good.
5-4 to Sweden. But a lot can still happen.
After like score 2 in the 7th end, could go all the way here. It's going to go right to the wire. This could be a real test of the players' nerves, especially the skips.
Okej, försiktigt då.
Japp. Ligger där.
Japp, Magnus.
Ja, den är typ där.
Gärna lite Agan. Gå Agan. Gå lite till.
Bra. Härligt Fia.
Perfekt.
Vad hade du?
Tight or long?
Okay. Long?
Long? Okay.
Long. We thought long.
She's just going to tick it if she can see any that's really
Yeah.
tight.
What was the
Okay, 6 feet off.
35.
Lead comparisons. And Lauren Gray, not too bad at all, 82%, but look at that, Sophia Marberg's 100% all the way through. Now, if you're the national coach, you must be very, very happy with that.
I would contest that 100% stat now, to be honest, because in the last end she was called for a tight guard and it went into the house, so maybe the statistician not quite catching that one.
What's up, guys?
That's a really good guard there from Lauren, just sneaks into the playing area.
Good.
These stats are just guides, actually. not necessarily 100% accurate, are they?
Bra
They
linje!
guide us to how a player is performing.
Ja, håll
out
ner
there.
stoppen, jämnt! Bra fart! Jämnt! 4! Wow!
4-10! Håll ner stoppen!
Håll ner stoppen!
8-4! Här är lite tajt!
Ja.
4-4! Bara vinnarna!
Bara er.
Wow.
Ja, kalla över okej, bara vi här uppe.
Högt upp. Full 8 tjejer.
Härligt Fia. Snyggt. Bra liv Fia. Jättefina farter.
So this end shaping up quite nicely for how Scotland would want it. Quite a few stones in the centre line, well spread
I
out.
just think we go round there. You've always got that.
If you
roll.
want. Yeah.
I think so!
It's only 8, but okay. Back 8.
I think.
Okay.
Do you want me to go and see?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to curl that much.
For back 8, I think no.
Okay.
Would you like there then? Just
Yeah,
back 8.
similar
but-
weight to up here.
Okay, back it.
I only have like a quarter.
So again, lots of chatter on this one, but I think it's quite a good decision they've arrived at. They're going to try and bump the Yellowstone back, just played by Sophia Mobergs.
Weight's really good.
Line's good. Close.
It's in a good position, quite high in the house, that Yellowstone.
Looks heavy.
We're by line.
We're close though.
It's coming, but no.
No, Anna. We want it to just. We don't want it to bump it too far. Curl up. My best just getting it out of there.
Go, 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 go.
Right out. Okay.
Just hangs onto the back, so that could come in handy for Sweden later.
A bit of a change of decision there, mid stone.
Yeah, they just pushed it back a little bit further than they would have liked. It's kind of a little bit in limbo, that it's still in a scoring position, but not really in a particularly useful position for Scotland to freeze on or anything like that, with it being so far back.
Det är bra. Det är bra Agan. Bra Agnes. Bra satt. Oj.
Still plenty of useful granite out there for Scotland.
14 seconds.
Second players.
You just need to play it.
Yeah.
Aggie knocking her
Positive.
ahead of Vicky
Nice
Adams.
positive.
Vicky's game has picked up a little bit.
Okay, we're all there for weight. It's not bad. Weight's good. Weight's good.
A wee bit for line.
We're good. 6-7.
A little for line.
6 lots.
Okay, we're good.
Where?
You can.
Line.
Line.
To go. Where? Whoa. 7.
Yeah, keep going. Okay.
Whoa. Over curls better.
Yeah, no, I
Looking
know.
pretty good again here.
6.
Scotland's level definitely starting to rise
That's a good shot.
here.
And the crowd do love it when they see stones going right onto the button.
Skulle vilja spela den här.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent
Grejen är
crowd
att den är
again
ganska
in
nära
here
att
today.
lämna den, men tycker vi kan. 11. Marginalticka. Jag tror vi vill ändå ha sten här.
11 känns löst. Jag vet inte.
So that red guard not quite on the centre line at the moment, and
Bestäm nu.
Sweden, I think we're looking at playing a takeout on
Ja,
the one at the top of the 8 foot.
där har du Aggie.
Instead, they're going to
Eller nej,
run
jag
the
gillar
guard
inte
in.
den, sorry.
Okej.
Sätter vi inte den så får de dubbel.
Okej, bestäm då.
Spela så då. 12, bara vicka.
Just behind the scoreboard there, there's two sets of coaches and alternates, all very experienced in their own right. The coaches have all been in this position.
12,5. Går då. Ja. Ja. Wow. Ja.
Well, Anna looking a little bit kind of indecisive out there, but I think she's arrived at the right decision here and choosing to move this one.
På Anna. Det är bra.
Just sneaks by that back yellow.
Det är bra, bra Sofia.
Bra. Det där är bra. Bra Sofia.
Bra tjejer.
Oh.
Bra Sara.
På Anna. Det är bra.
Yeah.
Yeah, a sigh of relief there that it
Easy
missed that
normal. Okay.
other yellow.
My went up here earlier didn't do much.
Okay, this is a shot.
Yep.
The Scottish players at the hack not liking the couple of yellows that are kind of lying around. So they're going to put a takeout with this one.
It's on the nose, okay. Okay. Good. Okay, good. That's good. First up, good. Good job. That's quite short. That's quite short.
9!
Helt okej vilka långfång på den också.
Ren! Bra fart! Nej. Ren! Oh!
Vad heter linan?
Kom med! Ja! Hårt! Hårt! Där! Galet! 9-0.
Bra fart.
Bra spel, Sara. Jättebra satt.
Bra spel.
Perfekt fart.
So Sweden lying 1 and 3 in there at the moment, but there's still a narrow port between those two red stones to get rid of the shot on the button.
I think this one probably is easier.
Okay.
You hold it the side of the forefoot.
Just the same, easy normal.
Weight was good, Anna. Yeah, you're a good weight. This will curl a bit. This will curl.
Third players, Manus and Sloan. And pretty close overall.
Let's wait.
Manus way ahead in draws.
No. Close, yeah. Whoa.
Ball. Yeah! Hard!
Really hard.
Hard!
Leslie, eh? Okay, yeah, it was really down. Okay.
Frustration in the Scotland camp there.
Ja, tjapp lite bara.
De kan
10.
runda då. Det blir en 8:e.
10.
Ja.
Rent!
Nej, vänta. Snälla upp. Upp! Nej, Anna. Låt den jobba.
So a bit of a gift here for Sweden, heading to lie 2.
Bra.
Nicely done.
Tack, Ivana. Härligt. 9-8. Perfekt fart.
Alltså jag vill inte vara
That was a real let-off there from
lite.
Scotland when Sloan Houghton rolled out.
Att jag vill.
We could ever get in here, and even if that's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, easy normal.
Just need to keep calm.
Like this?
Yeah.
I think so. Even nose isn't bad. And then choose, if we can check right into the centre and try and beat that back one.
Easy normal.
I don't think it's going to go crazy.
No, Anna was really easy there.
I know, and
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
this wasn't right out to it.
Yeah. Okay, take your time. Yeah. Make it good.
So I'll take out in the last end on the out turn, over curling a little bit. This one looks like it's got a bit more rotation on it.
Just nose.
Off. Goodie.
Okay, that's good. That worked. That's okay.
So Sweden still lying 1 at the back of the house here.
Nice weight.
So you can just see that yellow nibbling away there.
Bara bite 4.
Been there for most of the game.
Inte längre. Det här är jättebra.
Jag tror vi aldrig kommer behöva switcha.
Skips
Nej, det tror inte
comparison.
det kommer komma. 4-6 hade jag 4, tror jag.
Head overall. Ingeborg ahead with the hits, which is her strength.
Det borde gå bra nu.
And Eve with the draws.
Är det fulllopp optimalt eller?
Ja, precis.
Typ gömma in sig där bara. Jag tror du kan gå vidare. Det känns som det kommer komma. Fulllopp där då.
So Sweden choosing to throw the draw around here. I want to keep this one high in the house. Anywhere kind of in the 8-foot circle would be ideal.
Wow!
Jättefin linje.
Känns lite längre.
Ja, ta det lugnt då. Jättefin
I'm happy
linje.
with the line.
Egentligen bara, nej, då ekar vi. Det är en perfekt linje.
Bara sitta.
Ja, det vill bara stanna. Bara sitta nu. Kan vi?
Fint nu. Sitter fint nu. Bra.
Bra snack tjejer.
Lovely shot. Scotland are in a difficult spot now.
That would draw all the way down there. If we were to draw to here,
Pickle here.
What do you think?
We either do this.
I thought I like that.
Or to here.
You've got the same as what I had for my shot. Back line.
Okay. Okay, I think that. I had that up here.
You can call it early because we can go fully over here.
Yeah, as long as we've just got to make sure and set shot.
Like for the force. Over sweep here is okay for the force.
Yeah.
Well, I've had a kind of few of these shots in this game, just these hack weight shots around the centre guards. So you should have a pretty good idea of what it's doing, but it's a tough shot, and any slight mistake here by even your head could cost
Well, I think an easy
a score of 3 for Sweden.
We've got to make sure
An absolute must-make here.
But can they afford not to take it?
They don't really have any other option here. They could try a draw right around the back, but it's the right selection. It's just quite high difficulty.
No, guys. No.
Firm,
no.
She's watching intently.
Wait, it's good.
Close.
No.
Close, Lauren. Lauren. Hard, Lauren.
Okay.
Well, it was a great draw by Anna.
Your weight was good.
That's when you realise just how good it was.
I thought I threw it pretty good.
I got a touch solid on the weight, but
Maybe a hair, but I would have thought it would have.
No, nothing to worry about.
Would have moved.
And you kind of needed that weight to put it away as well, I thought.
Yeah, getting it away wasn't vital if we got the roll.
So beginning to feel the tension in this game. I wonder if she's feeling it a bit too.
I'm sure she'll be happy to throw open draws to the house all day, even if there is a little bit of nerves.
Spåret innanför. Samma linje.
Bra fart.
Samma linje, tjejer.
Bra
Sluta
linje.
rinna lite. Vi har ingen rygg.
Den kallar lite mer. Jättefin linje.
This looks fine.
Har du på den? Ja, 13,77. Härligt. Bra, Anna.
And what a crucial end that could prove to be in terms of the outcome of this game.
Bra koll.
3 for Sweden after 8, Scotland 4, Sweden 8.
Let's work hard to help each other.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get a double corner system.
Yeah. Okay. Stay with us for a bit longer. Or not. I tried.
She's gone.
Japp. Lite tajtare än förut.
Det är bra. Tycker det känns bra.
Den är som alla andra, så lägg dit den bara.
Sköra massor.
Det är bra fart. Lite kortare.
Ja, Sara.
You're watching live coverage from the World Women's Curling Championship 2017 in the Beijing Capital Gymnasium, in the capital city of China, Beijing. This is the page game, the 3 versus 4 playoff game. Scotland against Sweden, and as you can see, Sweden 8-4 ahead. This 8 then now.
Wade's really good. Wade's good. Wade's good.
And Scotland very much on the back foot. What can they get in this end to take into the 10th? Try and close that gap.
Well, we know from the discussion between the ends that they're going to throw two corner guards this time. That's the agreed approach for Team Scotland, to try and get a score of 3, really, is what needed here in the 9th end, just to give them any chance of sorting this 4-shot deficit out. Just 2 ends to come.
And Sweden, with that 4-shot lead, can afford to have to play the scoreboard, really.
So here is the other corner guard. This is the kind of standard approach to trying to generate a big score with the last stone.
Keep going. Okay, they're too high, you can't use it.
Scotland have managed 1-2 in this game. No threes. Sweden have made life very difficult for them, but they've also been
probably just because it was light, but
not quite at it today. Need to pull something off in this end.
Yeah, Sweden trying to peel the tight corner guard. To expect Scotland to come around their other one at some point and try and get a tighter guard on, because the one that's out in the free guard zone just now, just a little bit too long to really be useful.
Get all there. Okay, Wade's good. No. We're 2-3.
Right,
not too tight. We're really good, Wade. It's curling now.
We need to be here.
It is curling. I think you can go.
Hard, Lauren.
You can go.
Okay, well, it looks higher. Whoa. That's okay.
That's right, Becky. Nice.
Kör kall halv. Kör kall.
Knockenhauer targeting both guards.
Go, Sara!
Great shot.
You hear the Swedish cheers there in the crowd and smiles all round in their team. One and
deeper a wee bit.
managing that second one too.
Like 2 feet more.
Yeah, 1.5, 2. I can't
Remember, Scotland needs stones in play. They need 3 here.
I think that last couple of stones really sort of sums up this game for Scotland. That was like positioning corner guards is extreme. It should be extremely straightforward for players of this caliber, and they're getting them in okay positions, but not great positions. And then Sweden come along and they make a super double takeout like that, and they're really punished for it. So it's just the setup's just not been strong enough by Scotland. There's just not been enough shots made throughout the game.
I think so. I'm hoping our shooter might. I think so.
So another one is
probably
placed there, another guard.
Or you're out.
And already. Let's see where the brush is pointed.
Whoa!
This time it's Sarah McManus.
Whoa! Fan.
Oh, I think she's missed it. A lifeline for Scotland. That's got to be really frustrating if you're Agnes knocking her and you've just made a super double takeout and it's undone by a wild throw by the next player.
Line's really good. Line's really good.
Yeah, you need to go.
Sloan.
Okay, you need to go for line.
Go, guys, you've got
Come on,
it.
you've got it, Vicky. Okay, we're past. We're 6-7. Whoa, we're past.
We saw a couple of good draws from Anna Sloan in the 7th end, which led to a score 2 for Scotland. We've got another one here.
Good job.
Second stone for Sam McManus.
Yep.
Let's see where this one
Yep.
goes this time.
Yep.
Safely done on this occasion.
Ja, man hade gjort på första då.
What do you like a bit more than the last?
Yeah. I think that should be close.
Okay, probably like.
Do you think that looks like a lot?
I was thinking it looked like a lot, yeah.
Yeah. That should be good.
Okay.
So Scotland choosing to draw around the yellow in the house now.
Right, that's got running.
It's good.
You want it to be back line, guys, back
Close
line.
line.
Wait, it's really good.
Close line, yeah.
Line's good,
Line.
yes.
You gotta go.
Line.
You gotta go, Lauren.
Wait, it's really good.
You gotta go.
Hard line.
Oh, this isn't getting past
Guys, get it past.
the stone in the house. Clicks it. And those red stones really close together.
I'm not sure. It's too late now, anyway.
Should be a straightforward double here for Anna Hasselborg.
I know it's far too late now.
Well, any advantage that Scotland had is gone now.
Nästan där, tror jag.
Ja, jag vet. Så där hade vi.
Jag gillar lite mindre, Sara.
Men vi kan ta så.
Där. 2,5. Det kanske är lite mycket, jag vet inte.
Mycket?
Ja, i samma ställe du var på.
Jag tror definitivt inte träffen är ju där.
Okej, bra. Ja, men fan, då var
Jag
jag
tycker
tajt.
isen är bra, Anna.
Slängde ut den.
Vad är det så?
Yes. Tror jag det är en ganska normal sättning. 2,5.
Japp! Ja, Janet!
Rent!
Yes! Stenhårt, Agnes! Stenhårt!
And again, beautifully executed by Anna Hasselborg.
Bra.
Crowd appreciating.
Bra. Härligt, Anna.
Take out there.
Like taking candy from kids.
Okay, you've got your weight good.
Just too easy, and again, the stone positioning not good enough
Give me a wee
by
inch
Team
more.
Scotland.
How far back do you want to go? As long as we're buried, to be honest. If we could stay short, it'd be ideal, but I think let's go back and make sure.
Det var en liten. Det tackar jag dig för. Det var därför jag sa wow, och släpp, för jag bara den här.
Ah.
Certainly a difference in body language and frame of mind at the moment between the two teams.
Okay, line's good.
We only.
Why wouldn't you be happy,
Line's
I
good.
suppose, with
I think it's there.
an 8-4 lead Team Sweden?
I think it's there.
Becky, you need to go back here. We need to be back
We're
here.
there. We're there. Line's really good.
So it's this draw around
can
the
go, Vicky, go.
stone in the house again.
Go, Vicky, if you can.
Looks like it's got good weight. Can they make it curl enough to get it hidden though?
Nice
I
weight,
can't.
good.
Perfect weight.
That's it.
Well swept, guys.
So it should be a pretty easy takeout here for Anna Hasselborg.
Curl as much as yours.
And as long as she gets it out, it'll just be another end in the books, which is exactly
Yeah.
what Sweden need.
I kan ta det.
Ja, det satt fast. ljuset mer. Jag gillar det här, Anna.
There's a Swedish contingent at the other end of the sheet. I'm sure enjoying the action of their team here.
Yep. Rent. Rent. Mycket bra. Bra, Anna.
No problem there at all for the Swedish skip.
Ja. Om man sätter 2 dubblar, då har man råd att flasha den också.
I know, I was thinking like a knife, not easy.
Well, I'm not too sure what the better situation to be in is, whether you're down 4 with the hammer or down 3 without. Neither of them will yield a particularly high win ratio.
Easy normal.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Clean. Clean, 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 clean.
But Scotland are trying for the nose hit here to be 3 down without the last stone in the 10th end.
So it means the gap does close by 1. Right up against it, Scotland now. And Sweden have their tails in the air. 8-5 now after 9.
The corner.
A good lead. 1 more end to go in this playoff game.
Så vi till att bara en spänn i taget bara. En i taget. Jag lägger kicka inifrån. Annars susar vi, men vi kan ju spela den med ganska mycket fart.
In the universe that is distinctively curling, the stars have now aligned to deliver the world's ultimate showdown to the world's entertainment capital. Whether you're a storied veteran of events past or a future superfan anxious to attend your first, this is the one. The 2018 World Men's in Las Vegas with our most popular package, the 9-day, 10-night hit and stay for 2 people for just $20.29. Las Vegas rocks.
Moving a touch more at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'll be out to it.
Like just off centre's fine.
I know. Do you think I should take more?
If you want to hear more, ask me.
Yeah.
And then if it's wrong, it's ours.
You're watching live coverage from the World Women's Curling Championship 2017.
Weight's nice.
Weight's good.
Beijing Capital Gymnasium in the Chinese capital. And this is Scotland against Sweden.
Line's good. Line's good.
Right here.
3rd versus 4th in the round robin, the Page playoff. The winners moving on to the semi-final against Russia.
Okay, good.
8-5 to Sweden.
Uncurled more.
And Scotland have been up against it really for most of the game. And staring defeat in the face at the moment, Logan. Can you see any way? Well, yeah, 3 shots into an extra end, but they haven't even looked like making 3 shots when they've had the hammer.
Absolutely, they're trailing by 3 here. And actually, there was a kind of a glimmer of hope after the 7th end, and you kind of thought Scotland might kick on and start to play some good stuff after that, but then it was all undone in the 8th end, so it was short-lived. Scotland having to take a slightly unorthodox approach here in the 10th end to try and steal 3. Generally, when you're trying to steal, you would expect to see a double centre guard, but actually what Scotland are going to try and do here is try and make Sweden face as many shots as possible with their last stone. And the best way to do that is with corner guards, which is what you would expect a team with the last stone to be doing.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Keep going, Beck.
Keep going, go, 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 go,
And
go,
it can happen.
That's
It does happen occasionally.
That's it, Vicky.
Well, again, Scotland don't manage to get the corner guards in the right spots. Free guard zone rule still in effect here, though.
Oh, look, Sophia's dropped a percentage. That was clearly that very tiny error earlier on.
Playing a tough shot here. Well, they were really just trying to hit a piece of that, and they overswept it in the end. Great attempt, though.
Top 12! So just a bite, it's okay.
Yeah. That's good.
They did catch a tiny piece.
Too tiny a piece on that occasion. So that will put another blemish in Sophia Maberg's stats, bring her down to 97 maybe.
Wait's nice.
Top 12! Yep. 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 Is it light? Yeah! Yeah, go on up! You need to get it past! Hard, Anna!
Well,
Right, whoa,
it is past the guard.
A little bite, it's okay. That's it.
Good, Vic.
Okay. I think it's slowing down a wee bit.
I think so.
Scotland just need to make sure that they get their shots right here. They have no control of what Sweden are going to do.
Well, this is an important one here. If Sweden can make the double takeout, then it would be pretty much curtains for Scotland. Well, they just get the one, so it's a bit of a let-off for Scotland, and they'll start trying to swing stones into the house now. It's not too difficult to make Sweden face 3 with their last stone, but it could be very hard to make them face 4. And that's ideally what they'll be looking for, is to make Anna Husborg face 4 with her last stone, make her play a takeout, and hopefully she'll hit and roll out of the rings, and you get your steal of 3 that way. That's the kind of game plan here for Scotland.
Line's good.
They're going to need a little bit of help from Sweden, though.
Lots of stones in play.
I think it will. Maybe not.
No, it's heavy.
And where's this one going? I could have done without that.
Okay.
Oh, that's game over there.
Yep.
Scotland hanging on by their fingertips here.
Rent. Rent. Yep. Rent. Yep.
More clearance here from Agnes Nockenhauer.
Agnes. Det lät inte som att jag behövde gå 100.
Jag gick inte alls.
Raggi.
Spara mig för nästa match.
Men när man hör
Doesn't look like it's going to be Scotland's day at all here. Just hasn't gone their way.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's really
So
good.
now with that miss prior from Vicky Adams, it's now only kind of, I just finished saying that it was easy to make Sweden face 3 and it's going to be difficult to make them face 4. Now they're kind of 2 shots further away from that goal of making them face 4.
Good, sorry. It's okay.
Good, Anna.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if Sweden miss every shot now,
Rent.
apart from the last.
Yep. Rent. Yep. Allt bra där. Perfekt spel.
Härligt. Bra, Sara. Grymt. Grymt lead.
I think so.
Or unless we go half and tempt her.
Half where?
Like half. Like there, where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to be in.
Well,
or just biting.
Just biting, or just
so
yeah.
that she knows is it we got.
Well, which skip we would rather be at the moment.
Got more than the last.
5.
Oh, really?
Tough
Line
out
on
there
there,
for
we're all there.
Scotland.
We're all there. We're in the rings. Whoa.
Scotland really kind of clutching at straws here, trying to
It's still going to be in the rings.
magic up ways in which they might get lots of misses from Sweden, but
Okay.
don't think they're going to come.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, there, Anna. Good.
Yeah.
Ren.
Whoa.
Bara rent.
Whoa.
Japp.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Ren.
Whoa. Rent. Japp. Säkert avrull back.
Bra.
Bra satt.
Of course, just a reminder that the winner of this game won't go into the final, not yet anyway. They'll play a semi-final against Russia later on today, with Canada already waiting in the gold medal game.
Det är ju minus där på det stället. Känns inte
Really
rakt att
shows
vara
the
minus och så gör
kind
du
of the difference
där.
in qualifying top 2 or 3rd and 4th. If you qualify in the top 2, you get 2 chances to make the final and then go for gold. And if you come through the 3-4 game, you need to win 3 consecutive games to have a chance of winning or to get the gold. So there's a big difference.
And very much like Scotland will be playing in the bronze medal game.
Line's good.
8. Make it 8.
Line only. Line only.
Running out of ends, running out of stones, running out of time, and running out of ideas too.
Good Eve.
Good Eve. Nice weight.
Well, this should be the last stone of the game, really. If Anna Hasselborg can remove either of these 2 red stones in the house, then the most Scotland could score was 2, and they need 3 to extend the game.
Ja.
So our first World Championship. And she's heading for the semi-finals. 89% on her hits. And the crowd know, and there it is.
Thank you.
Beautifully done, and the game is over. Scotland running out of stones, not enough to take it to an extra end. Game over, super victory for Sweden. They led and controlled most of the game and have won that one 8-5. They progressed to the semi-finals, and Scotland will go for bronze.
Fan vad nice att den här inte blev...
Well done, Team Sweden. I think they're quite happy there, don't you?
Yeah, they'll be absolutely over the moon. They've had a terrific week so far, and it's going to continue into the semi-finals tonight. They'll play against Russia there. A really good performance by Sweden today. Scotland just not out of the races, really. Only maybe 1 or 2 ends I would have kind of given them the upper hand on the scorecards, but Sweden just imperious throughout. Six end. Sweden with a 1-shot lead at the half-time break, and had this takeout to move 3 shots clear for the first time in this match. No mistakes made here by Anna Hasselborg, right down onto the nose, puts 2 on the board, and Sweden leading by 5 shots to 2. Then on to the 7th end, Scotland's best end of the match, hitting back with this draw here to close the gap back to 1. Just had to hit the paint here, Eve Muirhead, and of course she made absolutely no mistake with that. So a 1-shot game playing the 8th end. Scotland still very much alive at this point. But here in 8, a miss on Eve Muirhead's last stone left this straightforward draw to the house. And Sweden would score 3 and give them an 8-4 advantage after 8 ends. And surely that would be too much to come back for Scotland. Which it was, a score of 1 in the 9th. And then Sweden running Scotland out of stones in 10. Final score, Sweden 8, Scotland 5. Sweden go to the semis. So confirmation of where the teams are going. Canada already in the gold medal game. Russia versus Sweden now in the semi-final this evening. And Scotland will be waiting for the loser of that semi-final in the bronze medal game tomorrow morning.
Anna, congratulations, well played into the semi-final. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. The girls keep playing well and great, actually, so feels great.
What made the difference in that one against Scotland?
We had hammer and we were first on the board, even though we didn't blank it first, but I think that was important when you play a good team like this.
Did you keep expecting them to come back at you?
Yeah, for sure. You can never relax. I was struggling a bit with draw weight in the beginning. It was much, keener. But my team was playing good setups, so it was good.
And this is your first World Championship. And what was your goal before you came here?
The goal was to medal and to secure an Olympic spot for Sweden.
And the plan is going well?
Yeah, it is.
Well played and good luck in the next one.
Thank you.
So there you go, the thoughts of the winning skip here in this page 3-4 game. Anna Hasselborg of Sweden and her team defeating Scotland by 8 shots to 5. From myself, Logan Gray, and Alison Walker, thanks for watching this afternoon, and join us for the semi-finals this evening.